Are there right now a couple of homely homewreckers inside your house destroying everything in sight? Well, worry no longer. Tell them to buzz off. It's time to talk about bees. For now, call me Brendaniel because we're going to be talking about everybody's favorite little critter, the bee. Bees make honey. Bees have 5 eyes. Bees have 6 legs. Honeybees have the drone, the worker, and the queen. Already you've learned something about bees in this moment, but let me tell you something about bees that you may not know. I'm deathly allergic to them. I'm deathly allergic to bees. They will kill me. Can't afford an EpiPen. Thank you, United States Healthcare. I appreciate that a lot. Can't afford to not die from bees. So to my enemies, I do declare, it'll be a lot easier to take me out if you sweep the leg. Just come into my house, sweep the leg, aim for the knees, take me out at the knees. I do not want there to be any bees in my home. Please do not put a bunch of bees in my house in an attempt to kill me. I will thwart you. I will find a way to survive even if the bees cause me to swell up and become nice and big and round like Cell from the Cell saga of Dragon Ball Z when he's about to explode. If I become a big and round boy, all you're gonna do is permeate me through the culture cosmos. I'm going to be incredibly profitable. I'm going to profit off of thousands and thousands of inflation fetishists all across the world. They'll say, oh, what a big boy, and then hand me $1 and then leave my home full of ideas, full of thoughts. Really, you're just going to make me stronger if you attempt to assassinate me with bees. So please, oh please, sweep the leg. Just sweep the leg. It's a lot more simple. But let's get down to bee-ras taxes, shall we? Let's talk about bees. Now, of course, I don't want to filter this video with just a bunch of basic baby facts about bees. I have like 8 to 10 facts that we will talk about when it comes to bees because these were the cool things I could find about bees. They are, in fact, the bee's knees. Speaking of the bee's knees, did you know the term the bee's knees was coined by American cartoonist Tad Dorgan, who also coined the phrase cat's pajamas? Bees don't have knees. Bees don't have knees. Bees have jointed legs, but they have no kneecap, therefore bees have no knees. That's right, I'm actually you. How do you feel about that? Cats, however, can wear pajamas. I have a cat named Bubby, and I have some clothes for her, and she's a very cute girl, and I love her very, very much, but she does not want, she doesn't like to wear clothes, so we don't usually keep her in this. I brought this out for demonstration. We have a couple of sweaters for her that are a lot cuter, but I wanted to bring the plaid shirt out, because if I wear a plaid shirt and she wears a plaid shirt, we can kind of dress up together. Anyway, I don't want to sit here and talk about my cat for 15 minutes. We're talking about bees! Japanese honeybees defend their hive against wasp scouts by making a bee ball around the intruder. Then they vibrate their flight muscles so frickin' hard that they cook the wasp from the inside. This, of course, does result in some bee casualties, but the wasp is also dead, saving the hive from a full-blown wasp invasion, just like the Bee Movie game on the Xbox 360. Thank you, bees, and thank you, wasps, for making bees, because bees are also descended from wasps. Probably. I think wasps suck, so like you can just step on a bunch of those, get a shop vac, suck them up. I mean, they help pollinate, but they don't make honey, so I can't eat anything from that. What, do you want me to just eat their larva? Just scoop it up in my hands, put it in my mouth, yum, 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 yum? No, I don't want that. I don't want to eat larva. I don't want to be a larva boy, unless I have to be a larva boy. If I have to be a larva boy, if that's all that's left, then sure, I'll be a larva boy, but I don't want to be a larva boy, so stop saying larva boy, Brendan. Brendan, stop saying larva boy. Bees! When a male bee or a drone has sex with the queen during the queen's nuptial flight or big giant orgy dude to collect 6 million or so sperms for later, then that bee dies after the sex. The bee's penis explodes, and then another bee has to come on by, take the penis out, and then put his penis in, and then he dies, and ad nauseum until the queen has enough sperm. A queen only has one nuptial flight or mating flight, and then she's got all the sperm she needs. She doesn't need any more. She's fat and full of sperm. So you don't have to worry about the queen bee having sex because she's just gonna keep having babies until she passes and a new queen comes up and then does that queen's nuptial flight. And then those drones have a bunch of sex and then those drones all die. The end. That's bee sex. You wanted to know, right? You wanted to know. I know you wanted to know, you little sicko. I can see you right there, hands covered in Cheeto dust, just typed up the Bee movie copy pasta like I wasn't the guy who read the Bee movie script a couple of years ago. You think you know who I am? Huh? Well, you do. You know how there are like cuckoo birds? There are also different species of cuckoo bees. Now, there are a couple different species of these bees, but they pretty much do the same thing that cuckoo birds do. They go into a bee's nest, they lay their larvae are stronger and cooler and better. Their larvae compete in that bee's hive, and then they go off and make more larvae. Cuckoo bees actually don't really pollinate or have their own hive like normal bees. They just kind of stop on flowers to eat so they can go off and have more sex and cuck more bees. I didn't know there were cuckoo bees until I started doing bee research or bee search, so I think you're going to be as interested in that as I am. Right? Why is so much of this video about bee sex? Bees can make honey with the rhododendron flower, and it can get you a little high. I tried to find more information about the mad honey, as it's called, made from the rhododendron flower, but really it's kind of a weird and out there thing that gives you a mild euphoria, or it can poison you if you eat too much of it and your tummy is a rumbly. So I wouldn't recommend staying away from it. Maybe dare to be against drugs or whatever, but I mean, hey, if you're somewhere where it's legal and you can get a little bit of that mad honey, maybe give it a taste. I don't know, it's supposed to give you a little bit of euphoria, so if you want to get some money with the honey, then that's your prerogative, man. But I don't know. I think I'd try it once, you know, get a little taste, get a little wacky with it. But otherwise, I'm just a nice, clean boy. I drink a cup of Dr. Pepper, and that's enough for me. Bees poop. They shit, they fart. Some bees actually hide their poop in front of the nest to disguise their nest from wasps that would be invading their nests. But bees do, in fact, poop. A lot of animals do. Most animals, in fact, poop, by the way. Also, girls and women poop. I'm just saying it. I know you're terminally online, but women do poop. Guys poop. Everybody poops. I'm sorry. There's a whole book about this, and everybody does, in fact, include bees. When bees fly through the air, they actually become slightly statically charged, which allows for them to become nature's marital aid, which is, you know, pollination. If you're part of the pollination, you already know how pollination occurs. Bees land on the flower, the pollen gets on the leg, and then the bee brings the pollen to another flower. That's sex. That flower is happy, horny, and hungry, and then that flower gets the pollen, and however flower sex works, all I remember is like there's a pistol. Right? I didn't do a lot of flower sex research for this video. Bees become statically charged when they fly for the pollen to attach itself to them, okay? I didn't like write up a whole report on flower sex for you. I want to get this video off of the topic of any kind of sex, okay? We're moving away from that now. We're moving far away from that now. If you've seen an African honeybee, you'll know how aggressive they are, but do you know where they originated from? In the Americas. In the 1980s, they were brought over to Brazil to try to help make more honey for a more prosperous honey industry, and of course that resulted in the calamity of them spreading all across the Americas, even the United States of America, baby, where you'll find that they are far more aggressive and far more scary than your normal European honeybee. Africanized honeybees are, they are kind of a nightmare, but it's really relaxing to watch a video of somebody removing or rehoming those bees, because even though they are a little scary and a little angry, they're still bees, they still make honey, and we still need those bees to pollinate, even if they are kind of dicks. And with that, I hope you walk away humble, happy, and full of bee knowledge. I gotta be thinking bee. You gotta be thinking bee. And we should think about the bees. If you see a lonely, sad bee outside, give it a little bit of sugar water. And if you aren't allergic to bees like me or can afford an EpiPen, consider growing some flowers that bees may like. The bees may want to pollinate. The bees may want to hang around and have a good time, you know? But I hope that this bee knowledge has helped you, and I hope that you respect the bee a little bit more. And if you see a bee out there just hanging out, having a good time, leave him alone. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. If you see a wasp, they're not going to leave you alone. Smash the shit out of them. But a bee, leave the bee be. You know, as John Lemon said, let it be. Please, let it be. Thank you for watching. Please check out my other videos there. Also, things. If you like this video, please consider subscribing. Tell me about bees that you know in the comments, facts about bees that you know in the comments below. And if you want to watch other videos like this, you can watch like the lobster video, or you can watch another video that has a thing attached to it. I'm gonna go off and think about bees. Oh, I also stream on twitch.tv/Brendaniel. That's a thing that people can go to. I think personally throughout this video I've learned a little bit about bees, and I respect them more, but they can still kill me, so I'm going to stay far, far away from them, which is what I'm going to do, because I can hear them coming. Bees can recognize human faces. I have to go. They know what I did.